What if Goku was a genius, part 2? Now, this is the start of Dragon Ball Z. Raditz lands on Earth and sees a number of high power levels, and he sees one that says 622 and flies over to it. Raditz looks to see an old man planting flowers. Gohan notices a man floating in the sky. Raditz flies down and asks Gohan if he knows a man named Kakarot. Gohan says he doesn't, sorry. Raditz shoots a ki blast to kill Gohan, but Gohan dodges the attack. Raditz rushes at Gohan, punching a hole through his chest, killing him instantly. Raditz says, "Useless scum." Goku was just finishing up his gravity chamber when he realizes that he can't sense Grandpa Gohan's ki. He flies over at top speed and he sees Grandpa Gohan's lifeless body on the ground. Goku flies down and is filled with anger at the person who would do this as Grandpa. Close by, he feels an unfamiliar key signature. Goku tells him to come out. Raditz walks from the bushes and says, Kakarot, this can't be a power level of 6,000. Goku doesn't say a word and asks if he did this. Raditz says, "Of course I did. He didn't give me the answer I was looking for." Goku rushes at Raditz, punching a hole through his chest. Then Goku heals it and punches a hole through his chest again. He yells at Raditz, "Do you feel the pain he felt?" Goku heals Raditz's wound and destroys the communication device on his head and asks, "Who are you?" Raditz has no words. He can't believe his little brother is this strong. Goku yells, "Don't make me say it again." Raditz says, I'm your older brother." Goku responds, "I knew it. There were two theories. You're either my older brother or another person of my species. I could tell by your tail and your spiky hair." Raditz says, "There are other Saiyans. There's even one more powerful than you, having a power level of 15,000, exceeding your measly power level of 6,000. They're probably on their way to Earth to come get me now." Goku asks Raditz, "So are others just like me, huh?" There's a 45% chance of this happening, but the odds were in my favor. Goku asks Raditz, "Why is he here?" Raditz says, "I need your help to defeat a tyrant named Frieza. He destroyed our race, and he's destroying planets or selling them for profit." Goku asks, "How strong is he?" Raditz says, "He's so powerful, he can destroy a planet with the palm of his hand." Goku tells Raditz he has every right to kill him, but he gives him a choice. "You can either stay with me and defeat those Saiyans and Frieza, or die by my hands. Choose." Raditz reluctantly agrees and goes along with Goku. 2 months pass, and Raditz decides to make a house close to Goku so he can examine how Goku got that powerful. Later that day, Goku gathers all 7 Dragon Balls to revive Grandpa Gohan, but when he's about to make his wish, Grandpa Gohan speaks to him in the afterlife saying, "Goku, do not revive me. I love the afterlife, and I belong here now. My boy, you must move on." Goku sheds a tear. Shenron speaks to Goku saying, "Speak your wish." Goku, being a scientist and is one for no answers, he has a brilliant idea to ask Shenron to give him the knowledge of all Saiyan history. Shenron grants Goku's wish. Goku breaks down in tears, seeing all the things that happened to his people. He walks up to Raditz and gives him a hug and says, "I'm sorry for what you've been through." Raditz doesn't know what to say, and he has an awkward expression on his face. He feels his brother's pain and hugs him back. Raditz asks Goku, "What did you see?" Goku says, "All I saw was destruction of my people and the future generation following their path. I even saw our parents. I remember my background." Turnus walks outside and sees her father, very distraught. Goku says, "We have to train." What Goku didn't tell Raditz is that there are multiple planets around the solar system with Frieza species, some even having way more potential than Frieza. Each have taken advantage of the Saiyans in the past. While that's happening, Vegeta and Nappa are scared out of their minds. They think they underestimated Kakarot's power level. Vegeta says, "I hate even saying this, but Nappa, we must train." While on Earth, Goku and Raditz and the triplets are training. Raditz says, "My brother, why are we training so hard? I feel like I have exceeded Vegeta, Nappa, Frieza, and even King Cold in power." Goku says, "Brother, are you ready?" Raditz says, "Ready? Ready for what?" "Ready to see what I saw." Raditz hesitates and then says, "Yes." Goku places his hand on Raditz's forehead, then transfer the memories. The first thing that Raditz says is, did he even scratch the floor? Raditz and Goku start training way harder to reach their goal. By the time the Saiyans reach Earth, Goku and Raditz, Turnish, Goten, and Gohan are ready to defeat the Saiyans. I did a little math with the gravity chamber multiplier and came up with these numbers. Goku is at the power level of 16,200,000. Raditz is at a power level of 4,050,000. And the trio are at the power level of 5,400,000. Also, Goku taught all of them the Kari form, giving them a 10 times increase. Goku, Raditz, and the triplets are working on training blindfolded and blocking their hearing so their mind can only move on its own. Nappa and Vegeta arrived on Earth a month early looking for Kakarot. Once they land immediately, they think their scatters are broken because it's showing high numbers of power levels in the millions. Nappa sees a power level that reads 7,000, thinking it's Kakarot's power level. He flies over to it and sees a woman with raven black hair cooking dinner. He asks Vegeta, can he have a little fun? Vegeta says, hurry on. And with the swipe of his two fingers, he obliterates the house. Goku, Raditz, and the triplets feel an explosion in the distance and immediately take off the blindfolds. They fly over to where the explosion is, and all they see is an orange charged scarf in the distance. Nappa says, oh, did I kill her? Oops, my finger slipped. Goku and the triplets can't handle the pain of losing Chi-Chi, and they just go into a raid Super Saiyan. The four rush Raditz, ripping him limb from limb, punching him with full force, making him basically unrecognizable. Vegeta realizes what he got himself into and starts fleeing the scene. Goku barely has control of his form, and him and Raditz goes after Vegeta, eventually catching up to him. Goku grabs Vegeta by the throat and starts lifting him up out of the atmosphere and slamming him down to Earth. Goku said, if I wasn't able to bring her back with the Dragon Balls, you'd be dead. Little does Goku know Frieza was listening on the other side. Frieza talks through the mic. So Dragon Balls are real. You must have a Namek on that planet, don't you? Of course, I had to find that out through a monkey. Raditz blasts Vegeta's scouter. Raditz says, Kakarot. He's going to be heading to planet Namek. And I have a good idea what he's going to wish for. Goku wipes the tears from his eyes. Raditz says we have to go get the kids. They fly over to the triplets. All Raditz and Goku sees is a puddle of blood. The triplets are pounding into the ground. Goku yells, we can bring back your mother. The kids don't stop. Goku dashes over to them and knocks them all out. When the kids wake up, the first face they see is Chi-Chi. Goku says, I revived her while you kids were asleep. The triplets start crying and they hug Chi-Chi with a lot of love. Goten looks down at his hands and says, I lost control. I could have did better. Goku says, you kids still have a lot to learn. Goku says, me and Raditz are going to head to planet Namek. We need you kids to watch after your mother. While on their way to Namek, Goku and Nappa train for those 6 days at 300 times gravity, exploding their Zenkai boosts and healing themselves up. Goku even started practicing to how to use Super Saiyan, even teaching Raditz. Since Goku is a genius, he figures out how to perfect Super Saiyan with the day of training. Raditz does the same, and by the time they get to planet Namek, they have a power level of 15 billion and Goku 16 billion. If you think I'm stretching it, a Zenkai boost can have a 3 to 100 times multiplier, and Goku and Raditz were exploring the Zenkai boost to their limits. The two land on Namek days before Frieza lands on the planet. They show Namekians that they have good intentions and want to help them. Goku and Raditz gather up all the Namekian Dragon Balls and make 3 wishes. The first, to take their planet Namek off the radar. Second is to make planet Namek indestructible. And third is to wish to move planet Namek's location. When they're done, Goku and Raditz sets their coordinates to Earth, and when they fall asleep, a malfunction in the ship happens from a magnetic pull, basically changing the coords. They do some more training, exploding more Zenkai boosts. The ship says arriving at location, but the planet they land on is not Earth. They walk out of the ship and it's really cold. A man walks up to them. Raditz gets into defense mode because the guy looks like Frieza. The man looks at Raditz in his eyes and says, "Come with me." Goku says, "This man doesn't seem like Frieza." While walking, Raditz says, "Who are you?" The man says, "We don't go by names or titles. We are a peaceful kind of people. We are beyond all destruction." Raditz asks, "Do you know who King Cold is?" The man stops in his tracks and says, "Please don't ever mention that name again." He is a disgrace to my people. The man says, we are here. Goku and Raditz see a whole bunch of frost giants with white aura around them. They seem like they're at peace on a higher level of being. Goku walks up to the man and says, I want to be on this level too. This level of peace and tranquility. Raditz asks, who rules this planet? This man says, like I said, we do not bear any titles. Goku and Raditz says, train me. While on Earth, the triplets are keeping the eye on Vegeta, and Bulma is too. Chi-Chi is getting worried because they were supposed to be back by now, so she goes to Kami to see what's up. Chi-Chi uses her fury to get King Kai, and King Kai shows Chi-Chi where Raditz and Goku are. She contacts Goku and Raditz to King Kai, and Goku says, hey Chi-Chi, me and Raditz are going to be home in a year. We are learning new techniques on a beautiful planet. Next time you see us, we'll be much powerful. Well, that's the end of the What If. Hopefully you guys like it. I'm going to be doing a part 3, yeah.